What's up, nerds? Nerd! Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, we're going to do a recap of Rise of, what is it? Rise of Adventure, the event that happened this weekend. And in addition to that, we got 2 new VIP packs. It is time for us to go pull the one, the only Angel of Destiny. I need your good juju so we can go pull it. Let's go to the page here. We're claiming our first one. I don't even want to see it, man. I don't even want to see it. I just want to see if it's a mythic or a masterpiece. All right, I don't even know what it is. It's a mythic for this first one. Skyclave Relic. Is there only one for this pack? All right, so this is what I wanted, 9. It's unbreakable, I think, with a 9 kicker, 2 shield. Support card artifact. This support can't be reinforced. Activate 2, convert 2 gems to your Planeswalker's colors. Activate 9. When you cast this card, create 2 copies of Skyclave Relic on the board under your control. So this card is one that I've been chasing for a while. It is colorless, so it goes in all decks. It's going to do some damage. Very excited to break that card. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one's green. This one is a mythic. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, creature elemental. At the beginning of your turn, convert X gems to green. X is the number of non-token creatures and non-token creature reinforcements you control up to 12. Then this creature's power and toughness become equal to the number of green gems until end of turn. That's a lot of text, which needs a lot of test. We will see what happens next. All right, so this one is another mythic. Let's see, it's got 21 casting cost. Is it? It is! Yes, my friends! Hey! Sweet, sweet lady, you have eluded me for too long. It is time that we spend some quality time together. Double strike, flying, 5/9, angel cleric. While on the battlefield, all creatures gain life link you and your opponents. At the end of your turn, if you have full life, your opponent's planeswalker loses half of their life. Rounded up. Gallagher style, whack, right in half, baby. We're going to do some serious breakage. I don't even care. I don't need to hide anymore. Everything else is bonus after this. Verizal, the Split Current. I just saw somebody asking about this. 8 mana, creature serpent, 1/1, 8 stored mana, legendary. When this creature enters the battlefield, it gets +X, +X. X is this card's stored mana, so it can become a 9/9, fresh out the blocks. When you drain mana from your hand for a kicker effect, if this creature is buffed, you may have this creature get -2/-2. If you do, copy the first card with kicker from your hand. It gains full mana. Disable that copy until end of turn. So that's a lot to basically say you would mute a card with kicker that you like. You cast a kicker card. You kick it. This one then makes a copy of what's still in your hand, gives it full mana, disables it till end of turn, and then you can cast it on your next turn. Or if it has flash somehow and you can mute it, then that becomes something you can do. I don't know about that one, but that one is pretty neat. Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs, 15 mana for kind of a worthless card. 8/7 red, Ogre Warrior. When an opposing creature attacks, if your opponent controls more creatures than you, including creatures' reinforcements, create an Ogre token under your control. When your opponent drains mana from their hand for a kicker effect, reinforce your Ogre creatures. So if they've got more creatures than you, this is a card you have to play from behind. They have to have more creatures than you, and then you can get more Kazul Tyrants. Or if they're playing kickers, it's dependent on your opponent. There's not much you can control. I don't know if that's going to be a good card, but I will play with it and see. I'm excited to break Skyclave Relic and, of course, Angel of Destiny, and that's about it. And then Ashaya shall be tested. All right. Cool. So the rest of this is just bonuses. This should be all just masterpieces and mythics again. Let's see what we get. I don't have to surprise myself. I got my boo. All right, red, we got Warren Instigator. This is one I want. 10 mana for a double strike 3/3 Goblin Berserker. When this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's Planeswalker, the first Goblin card in your hand gains full mana. Solid. We got Seagate Restoration. This is one of the ones I'm not too impressed with. 16 mana for a blue landforming card. Draw up to 5 cards. Then for each card that you can't draw this way, you gain 2 loyalty. I really don't see, this card is not better than Whirlwind of Thought. I would rather have that on the board. The only reason I'm playing this is for 16 mana to get a Seagate Reborn card, which I'm sure is great, but is it that good? This is another one I wanted to break. Scoot Mob. 6 mana for green 3/3 Leader Insect. Leader Insect, at the beginning of your turn, this creature gets +X. X is equal to 1 plus the number of your land supports. Okay, interesting. I think the leader effect's more important than anything else. Lull Mage Mentor, 15 mana for Masterpiece, 5/5 Merfolk Wizard. When an effect you control drains mana from a card in your opponent's hand, create a Merfolk token. When a Merfolk creature you control attacks, drain X mana from the first non-creature card in your opponent's hand. X is 1 plus the number of that creature's reinforcements. It's self-contained. It also lets us build Drain Tribal We'll see if that does anything. And then this would be our final baby, Light Minefield, 13 mana, enchantment. When a creature attacks, deal X damage to that creature. X is the number of that creature's reinforcements. When an opposing creature is reinforced, gain 1 loyalty. Kind of lame, man. For a masterpiece, I just don't think that's very good. I like Warren Instigator. Scoop Mob is broken. I'm going to go break it. Lull Mage Mentor, I'm going to go play with. I'm sure there's some fun there. And then the Seagate Restoration. The landform of this card is... Oh, I know what landforming is. What's the Seagate Reborn? At the beginning of your turn, your blue mana bonus is increased by 1 until end of turn. Ooh. At the beginning of your turn, convert 3 gems to blue. Okay. I mean, I don't even care about the first ability. I mean, that's neat. I guess it's a draw for 16, though? Come on. Way too expensive. All right, my friends. Whoo, doggy. I've got to go build some decks. What are you still chasing? I think that might do it for my set. Let's take a quick look here and see what cards I'm still missing. No, I'm missing 7 masterpieces before I complete my collection. I think I'm done with VIP. Now, I know you're watching this, it's after the fact. Guys, why do we care about an event that's already happened? I learned all my lessons. Well, a couple of different things here. I wanted to show a couple of Pauper builds. I've been playing around with a few decks, and I've beaten a couple of times, a couple of decks that are in the meta to watch out for. The biggest challenge I've had is I've had one loss, actually 2 losses. One loss was to an Urza deck that wound up getting the token on the board, and I could not remove with one of my normal control builds. Very powerful build, and it wound up kicking my tail, frankly. The event as it sits right now has a couple of bugs in it, one of which is the double charge reload. So as of this recording, if you're watching this for the next Rise of Adventure event, these nodes, the top one is more difficult than the bottom one, and the recharges are 2 at a time. So when the timer runs down and it says, hey, we're going to refill, we're going to give you another charge, it actually gives you 2. So you'll lose charges if you don't keep yourself at 4 or less while you're kind of spacing your time out to get this stuff done. So I wanted to show you a couple of Pauper builds I have for each objective. And in fact, the bottom objective really isn't hard. You can play anything you'd like down on the bottom node. It's a pretty easy win. The real one I wanted to focus on is the top node, because it's actually a little more difficult to do because you have our dreaded and our favorite full party. Activate a Planeswalker's, the first loyalty thing is activate a Planeswalker's ability 3 times during a fight. So you gotta really focus on that. The party is kind of secondary. I'm gonna show you the build I use to get it done, both my Pauper and my OP build that works really well. And then one adjustment I make to it to make sure that it's successful. And the secondary objective of full party. Now I see a lot of complaints on I still can't get full party to work. I still can't get full party to work. Let me show you what I've done as far as a Pauper build. Actually, I'm going to show you the Pauper and the Peasant build. So the really key card that's here is Stonework Pack Beast. Stonework Pack Beast is 10 mana. It's a support card that's an artifact, beast, cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. So it meets any one of the objectives. The way this works, and people still get confused about this, some people think that, oh, I've got all of them in this one card so I can meet my party objective just with that one. Not really. You need one. It will give you whatever you don't have on the board. So you got to work with it here. You need 4 real creatures. You need a cleric, you need a rogue, you need a wizard, and you need a warrior. But we only have 3 slots available in our creature build. How can we do that? Well, is there a creature that serves as both? Yeah, there is, but not at the same time. They only ever count as one. So the way they want you to do this is you have 1 wizard, a creature, you have 1 rogue creature, or 1 cleric creature, or 1 warrior creature. Any 3 of those 4 in your creature slots. And then you have a support that also meets one of those requirements. So if I got a wizard, I've got a rogue, I've got a warrior in my creature slots, then this card will become a cleric, essentially. Or if I have a cleric, a wizard, and a rogue, then this becomes a warrior. Does that make sense? So this only counts as one thing to meet your party objective. So you got to get this thing out. These things are very flexible. This is a common card. I hope you've gotten it by now, because if not, it makes achieving this almost impossible at any given time. So there's this card. Now there's another creature that's very flexible that way, and that's Veteran Adventurer, 14 mana. It's got the party and defender. It's 6/6. Now what's really great about this uncommon card is it's fetchable by Sarkhan's 3rd ability. So I can use it as my kill to win the final objective and just swing for head. While in your hand, this card costs 1 less to cast for each party member of your party. So if you got 3 other party members, it'll be 3 less to cast. It makes it only 11 creature for 6/6. Pretty handy dandy. and a little bit of defense if it's big enough on the board to help protect your life total a little bit more. The other cards that are here that are in the peasant level, they're at the rare level. Tajuru Paragon, 10 mana with a 6 kicker. You can see Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard, 3 shield. When the support enters the board, fetch the first creature card from your library, kicker 6. Then each Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard card in your hand gains 3 mana. So if you got a fistful of cards that aren't quite maxed out, it makes sense to do the 6 kicker. If you have no creatures in your hand, do not do the kicker because it's just going to take mana out of your hand and give you nothing in exchange for it. So you got to have at least 2 creatures in your hand. I'd argue it's kind of even. So if I drain 6, I gain 6. Not really good. I got to have at least 3 creatures in my hand to make that kicker worthwhile. Not really going to happen for the most part if they're not full mana. Then I'm giving 6 and gaining 9. Something like that. At the beginning of each combat, your first creature gets +3 and gains the Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard subtypes until end of turn. Again, only counts as one of them. Doesn't do the full pony for you, so it's nice from there. Another one that we have here is... so that's the way that objective works. Now, the way that I'm going to be doing it is I'm going to be playing a Pauper build here, so I'm taking that out. I'm replacing it with a Branch Loft Pathway. Reclaim the Waste, Crown of the Pathway, some control, turn into a Pumpkin, Stern Dismissal, some support removal, so Demolish. And then my creatures are Fairy Vandal, which is 10 mana, flash, flying, 2/3, Fairy Rogue, Resourceful 3. This creature gets +1/+1 for every creature or card you draw, which his ability, Sargon's first ability, allows me to do that, which we're going to be using a lot in this build. 12 mana for Umara Wizard, which has landforming, 5/4 Merfolk Wizard. Wizardry, this creature gains flying until end of turn. It's not that big a deal, but the landforming is good. It gives us a 2 convert 2 to blue at the beginning of each turn token, and it doesn't go away, not without being destroyed. And then our Veteran Adventurer, as I already said, he counts as all of those things. So if I have 3 things on the board and then I get a third, whatever it is, this winds up helping me to complete the party objective. That's how it goes. Let me show you how it plays. The strategy here. This is the hardest node out of all of them. And when I've lost my objectives, I lost them in this top one. The other thing too is you have to be very mindful of activating your loyalty abilities. Like, that's the hardest thing. My OP build makes it a little bit easier. This one you actually have to concentrate on. Let me show you. Now, before we get into this, one thing I would suggest is you have a Planeswalker that you keep this build around for, so that when the party objective is something that's there, depending on what the first or the secondary objective is, if party is one of the requirements, this deck should fulfill that. As you get better cards, replace them out. Tajuru, whatever it is, or if you get another card, which I'll show you here afterwards, which is the Mythic build. So select, I always go for the Wizardry objective. I think it's actually very good. First things first, let's go get our pathways out, and we're going to go get our rogue out on the board. I think we have a drop-down ability for here. Okay. Just hoping to get the green. No go. Come on, man. Half expected that to turn black for him just because that is who it is. All right, so we're going to go here. We want to get a red. It's going to landfall into black. That gives us our token. Start the conversion. We really want all our landforming gems out because that's what's going to keep us in the game. We're facing another Sarkhan build, and I'm hopeful that they pitted us against something that's pretty basic as well. Or I should say that somebody that doesn't have a ton of an OP deck, basically, or else it's gonna be short flight, as Han Solo would say. Short trip. Brutal. All right, so he's got, what does he got out there? Peaks. Is that the peak monster? It is. All right, so good. There's some removal. We needed that Asapriel. Got to get that thing off the board as quickly as possible. And we'll have to try to get a green, maybe. Nope, no landfall. All right, so there's a green now. I set him up. Great, you're welcome. Thank you. Playing for your team today, apparently. All right, there's 8. And we need to get our objectives completed first and foremost. So what we need to do is we need to draw a card. All right, let's just go there. Hate taking the suggested swaps. There's Winota. Here we go. Brutal. All right, so what do I bounce here? Because I'm bouncing something right now. Let's go. Let's get it done first. What do we need? 5 and 6. We got to take the horizontal so we can get our land forming. Now, who do we bounce? I think we got to bounce that one so it keeps them from getting more of those critters on the board. Ugh. took damage there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win this round. I don't think I'm going to win this round. We're facing a Winota deck that's going to get really going here. I need to get some more removal here quickly. And don't need another one of those. I really need to get these guys on the board. In fact, I think those guys are priority because they have some defender ability. Let's go here. Boom. It's just so slow. Okay, there's just Stern Dismissal. I do need that. So we can dismiss... Ugh. Yeah, I think we got to dismiss the top gal. And this... I need another removal, too. Another bounce. That's not going to do it. I don't need that. Let's go up here. All right, so we've got a full 5 swap there. Go here so we can catch a green drop. No. All right, so we're going to bounce you. She does damage otherwise. I'm still going to take 16 here. He's still going to get the deal on the board. Maybe I should have bounced her. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have bounced Winota. And that's game. I lost. There's a turn to Pumpkin, but I think it's too late now. I think it's just too late. If we can get that big enough now with a double strike, that's just not going to work. Let's see, let's see. All right, so we can get that. I got to get lucky. I did not get lucky. It's bigger. That can do something. Maybe Cascade. Let's see. Okay, okay, we got lucky. We got lucky. All right, so we've got to bounce that again. Boom. And maybe I don't die here. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe. I don't have any life link, so there's no way for me to gain life. Boom. Oh, just not big enough. All right. We see the gameplay there. That's unfortunate. All right, and I'll show you the OP build. The challenge is I would have met the objectives. I got the party that. I would have done the loyalty abilities. I just needed more removal. Maybe one more removal spell in there instead of some of the other stuff. All right, so this is the deck that I'm using. This is kind of my control build right now. And the core pieces for it are Jace Mirror Mage, Fires of Invention, Song of Creation, Ruinous Ultimatum for wiping the board, Eerie Ultimatum, Shadow Spear for life gain, and then Outlaw's Merriment. This is the card that when you get it, it pretty much meets the objective for you all by itself. You cast a spell, it achieves the party objective. You just have to add this. And I add Kess Dissident Mage, so it's a wizard, just in case. I actually don't think you need it. I think the spell card all by itself works. And you can run just whatever you want, creature-wise, and keep core to your main objectives. I do run Whirlwind of Thought. I normally don't play this card unless I'm trying to meet loyalty objectives or Planeswalker ability objectives. She really helps smooth it out. I find if Sarkhan does have one weakness, it's that it takes a while for him to charge up his loyalty abilities, and Whirlwind just smooths that out. It makes it so much easier to reach your third. And then with the third, I can fetch Cass since she's bigger than 6. And I also use Sawtusk Demolisher. This serves double duty. Number one, when it comes onto the board, destroy an opposing support. This effect can affect Vanguard supports as well. Then create a beast token under your opponent's control. So when you mutate onto Kess, and then you cast other Kesses, it destroys whatever supports they have on the board. So with their third ability, you wind up doing that fairly well. I had Demolish in here for a minute, but then I found Demolish just sitting in my hand, not doing work. And that's the worst. I hate cards. You only get 10 cards. I mean, I say this over and over again. The way I brew, every card has to do something, even when it's not doing the main thing you need it to do, just in case. So I played a few games after I got pwned by an Urza build. It was a Winota Urza build, and it just sucked because you couldn't do anything to get rid of that Urza token. This will. And Demolish will, but Demolish got stuck in my hand. At least this, I've got a 6/6 body I'm throwing out there, and I can go swing for Dome. And then when I'm mutating and casting other creatures, I can deal with those tokens as it comes up. So I like this card quite a bit. It works really, really well in helping to deal with that. This is the build if you want to flash screen it. Why do you have Fires and Song in your deck? Because of Eerie Ultimatum. Fires allows me to cast 2 cards every turn, and then I put every solid... I use Jace Mirror Mage to go fetch permanents, put them in my hand. I let Song drop every card out of my hand, and then I use Eerie in first position, or I go fetch an Eerie. I'll put it in first position. I'll draw a card with Sarkhan's first ability, because my hand's full with cards because of my multiple Jaces, then I use my draw ability. It'll pretty much fill up the Eerie Ultimatum. I cast one card from my hand that was, something that I drew. And then what happens is that my Eerie casts, and I put 6 permanents on the board of all of this stuff. So I get pretty much everything. I get another Jace, I get a Fires, I get a Song, I get a Shadow Spear, and then I either get one of 2 creatures or a Whirlwind. There's a lot of permanents here. I probably should make it just 6 permanents that are in here. That way I'm dropping just constantly permanents into the graveyard and getting those same 6 back, but these are the ones I need, and it's pretty effective. This deck went all but undefeated except for the one time that I did not have, I didn't have Sawtusk Demolisher in there. I had Vadrock to just go pull stuff out from my graveyard. Turns out I didn't need that. I experimented with some green conversion, didn't need it. This deck just doesn't need anything but what we've got right here. I think this is the perfect thing, and I'm also shooting this video for myself, so next time we play this event, I know this is the OP build. This is the one that I run, and I just sweep the game, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Darius. I'm a mile high, and I'm the scariest. Let's see here. So now we go to the secondary objective, and I'm just going to show you the deck there. Again, I'm running Sarkhan, and the build I'm using here is same combo. Jace, Fire, Song, Ruinous, Eerie, Shadow Spear, Cragcorn Pathway, Fabled Passageway, because part of the objective here is to go get your planes or your supports, and it's summon, it's not cast, so you can just get these out right away. Fabled works real well to go get another one of those. Avatar of Growth and Vadrock are my 2 creatures, so for green conversion. And you're probably asking, why aren't you running like a Reclaim the Waste? Not needed. Frankly, this does the job well enough. It has enough control between Ruinous and Eerie. I'm just stacking the board with creatures that go and swing for Dome. My Pauper build, on the other hand, here is a little bit different. All right, so this has a very similar model to the one we had before. Demolish for helping control some of the supports. Turn into Pumpkin so that we can bounce the stuff. Stern Dismissal to get rid of stuff. Cragcorn Pathway because it gives red and green for the tokens. Reclaim the Waste because we want that and go fetch our deals. Branch Loft Pathway, it gives green and gives white, I believe. So we don't, when we have Branch Loft, we don't typically go grab or do the secondary conversion, just the first. Titanoth Rex, that's our big boy that's swinging for Dome. We have Iroas's Champion. She's got double strike, and she helps clear the board a bit with her what's it call it. And we also, another thing too we do is we use her ability. When we cycle Titanoth, we give her Trample so that she's using her first strike and then just wiping and keeping creatures off the board. Back for More is a little interesting combo. Pick one of the first 4 creature cards from your graveyard, move that card to play under your control, then that creature fights target opposing creature. We're not using anything that specifically throws creatures into the graveyard other than if one of our creatures gets discarded or destroyed, except for Waker of the Waves. I really like Waker. I never cast him. I pay 12 to get him out. What I'm doing is 20 mana, 8/8, Blue Whale. While on the battlefield, each opposing creature gets -2/-0. At the end of your turn, if this card is in your hand, you may discard it. You do. Pick one of the first 2 cards from your library. Fetch that card. So this helps me to be able to smooth my draws out. If I have it in my hand, I don't give it any mana. I put it at the bottom. I let it drop into the graveyard. I go pick a different card. Typically, I go try to get Back for More so I can put him on the board or whatever I need to complete my objectives. And then this is what I use to get it done. So, let's see. Power him up, and the objectives are Identify or Identity, match 24 more gems of your Planeswalker's colors. I like 3 colors walkers because it gives you more to pull from. And then summon 3 or more land supports during a single fight. 1 or 2 pathways can get it done. Let's go fight Bolas. He's the hardest to do, especially when he ramps up to his ultimate. So we got to Demolish right away. We're just going to go get our branch ways. This one's red and white, so we don't need another hero. We do want that one to score, though. So we're going to... let's do this. That takes away one of his big deals. Actually, black is his best one, huh? Doggy. That's all right. All right, so there's Waker. He's just draw control. That's all that he is. Be nice if this would drop, but it won't. So let's do... Yeah, let's take blue, because that's one of his core colors. And we confirm, and we go get... Ooh, I think I want Reclaim the Waste. What happens to the secondary card? Discard if you do. Pick one of the first 2 cards from the library. Fetch that card. So it doesn't get rid of it. I'll get that, so I'll have this instead. Not that it matters. I'm getting both, really. All right. So So this should be back for more if that's accurate. Plus I get my deal. Yep, that is accurate. All right, cool. So now what we want to do is, does he have any supports? He does. What is it? A Shadow Spear. So we will get that with Demolish later. I'm not really worried about it until he actually gets a creature on the board. And let's go here. All right. It's got more draw, more conversion. I think that's actually converting to white. No, it's red and green and good. Cool, look at that. That is beautiful. God, I love landforming. I love I love those. They're so good. There's just a lot of stuff happening right now. All right, so now I need some creatures now. Let's go get some creatures. And let's actually cast this last. Do I want to draw a card? No, I don't. Let's just wait. I do want a horizontal match, though. Unfortunately. Let's go here. Yes, we'll take that. Fights no target creature, so we just get him on the board. We destroy his support. Gets us going. We will do this for Reclaim the Waste because we're not casting that card right now. The only time you don't do it is if you don't... like, I won't do the kicker if I'm trying to cast that secondary card. But if I don't have enough mana to cast it anyways, I just go ahead because I'm going to get so much conversion when it comes up the next turn. Like right now, we should get enough conversion to get us into our deal. Or not at all. You know how it is. All right, so let's really get him going. I need a horizontal swap here. Yes, yes. Which one is this one? Is that the white one? So this is red and green. This is the white one. Yes, yes. Okay, so I want to break that one, so I'm not getting any more white conversion. So I got those two converting again. And I should have some more conversion now to green when we flip back over to the next one. Brutal. Come on. Okay, there's Urza. There's my sworn nemesis. Oof. And there's Brash Taunter. My buddy boy, Brashy. I love Brash Taunter. He is so good. He is so good. All right, so what we want to do here is we actually want to get rid of Brash Taunter. I mean, sir, yes, sir. Let's get rid of Brashy boy. If we go there, what do we get? I need a double drop to make this happen. There we go. Black and a green. Anything else? Nope, but that's enough. We will get rid of that one because I don't want my guys bashing up against that and doing damage to me. So we're going to go live there. All right, good, 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 good. We're doing the thing. We're doing it. I don't know if we're all the way live yet, but here we go. Okay, turn in a pumpkin is great. We're going to put that there. And we won't. What do we want? I think we'll go here. Red drop, cool. All right, so he hits the board. I'm actually going to return this one. That's 6 and 11, but I don't really want to return him to his hand because when he comes out again, he gets cast again. He's just going to bring out more. There he goes. He's going into the second ability. Actually, he didn't flip. He could have hit one of my creatures, but he didn't. All right. So I think we can go off here. Have we matched enough gems? There's her. All right. So we've met all of our objectives. I haven't even been paying attention, and we've met them all. But here we go. Here's our big boys. Let's see what we get. All right. Cool. And I want to... I don't have to be mindful of a horizontal drop here. But I actually do just want to do that because I think that gives me some more. Okay, here we go. Swing, ding, ding. One more turn and that's game. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so there he is. I could lose the game here if these guys don't have trample. I need somehow to give... My top big boy's got trample, but my other one doesn't. So I either need to remove that or do something. I need some conversion. There's some demolish. That will help. What to do? What to do? I think we go here and pray. Let's see what it does. Ugh. I actually don't want to do this yet. Okay, that does 3. Oh, I take 24. No trample. You see that? That's the danger zone here. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Ugh. I gotta get a bounce somehow. Oh, turn a pumpkin. Perfect. Now I need to get it to cast. Let's see here. Never a dull moment in our house here, ladies and gentlemen. Never a dull moment. All right, so let's go. I need to hit double. All right, so let me go through my thinking process here. So we got 2 red here. We got 2 green. If I drop the green here, this blue drops. This stone or this new gem can be blue or red, and we get what we want. Any other place, the odds of us doing that are a lot lesser. If we take this one, it doesn't give us a double drop. Maybe there's a blue, maybe there's a red there, but it's out of our color scheme. If we go here, maybe we get red, but there's no secondary. I think that is our best odds for pulling it off. So just a little of what I sit and think about, and it's black, so it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter here. We're going to take a pummeling, and we win the game, but brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I would have liked to have had a little more lifelink in there so we wouldn't be so devastated. So there you go. That is a winner. Winner, chicken dinner against a pretty tough build. That Brash Taunter Urza build is pretty disgusting. I like it quite a bit. Again, even with a Pauper deck, the secondary objectives are not hard to achieve. Pretty basic. So that said, play for the events. Go upgrade your decks. Get going. Yes, you absolutely can play competitively with Pauper builds. I've demonstrated that here. Maybe that top node's a tougher one. But even with an OP deck, you're going to lose one from time to time. Just build your decks out, get the cards you need, and go from there. Yeah, I mean, let's candidly talk about VIP for a second. I have every card in the set right now, outside of the exclusives, which I'm not going to have in the future. So, you know, I just got VIP. It's going to end in 21 days. I'm going to get 2 more packs to go get the rest of the cards I need. So, I mean, frankly, yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm done with VIP. So I'm going to go stop my plan now. And I hope that, Octagon, if you're watching this, I hope you understand. I love your game. I love it. I want to continue to use it. But when I get full cards and I can't carry over the packs that I'm getting over to the next set to stockpile them, there's no incentive for me to keep the membership. I get, you know, extra deck slots. Ooh, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it really isn't. So I want to know your guys' thought on VIP. Is VIP a solid investment? It is. I think instead of buying gold up here, even when it's on sale for like 70 for 3,000 gold, I think that investing in a VIP at the top level is the best because you get so many different cards that come from it. I really love supporting this game and I want to continue to do so. But guys, very candidly, we need to have an overhaul. We need to do some stuff to the rewards. We got to do something. I'm grinding away on the events on a daily basis and I'm losing resources because I can't get through them all. Every single day I have to play like literally 4 or 5 hours a day of just straight playing to get through the events. You know, again, as much as I love the game and as much as if I'm creating content all the time, all day, every day, then that becomes something that I do. It's not. I mean, this is something I do very part-time. I'm doing it in my vehicle, for cripe's sake. I'm doing this stuff on the outside of doing things when I can. And, yeah, it's just really interesting where the state of the game is right now. So with the arena coming to mobile, we have some serious cancel plan is down here. So you go to your VIP area, your membership area rather, and then down here in the corner you see cancel plan. You click it and you have to go push it and go cancel it. Yeah, I think that I just push on that. Yep, you select it and cancel subscription right here down at the bottom. So you can see VIP Master renews in October. Subscriber since May 12th, 2020. So May, June, July, August, well, May, June, July, August, September. So 5 months and I've got everything in and I can't move things over. So yeah, my friends, I mean, that's it. I hit cancel subscription. And would you rather pause your subscription? No, thanks. Let's just pause for seasonal usage or to save money, resume anytime, keep your payment history. You know what? I'll pause it. I'll go ahead and pause it. Let's confirm. No, we want to do it till, let's say, February, because I think that's when the new set will come out for us. So let's do March. I'm going to do March. I'm going to hit confirm. I'm going to pause it till then. That way, when it gives it the new set plenty of time to be able to come out, but I'm just not renewing my set. So there you go. What are your thoughts on VIP right now? If your collection isn't complete, I highly encourage you keep it. I mean, it's a fantastic deal. I mean, I really enjoy it. But at the same time, once you reach a certain level and you have all the cards, there's no purpose in keeping it anymore, my man. But I will still continue to bring you the good stuff, the new videos. For me, the next set, or the next ones I'm going to do is Angel of Destiny. I've got several things I want to do with it and Scoot Mob. What do you think of these events? What do you think of what's going on right now with these things? And how do you feel about the way that the things are progressing? Where do you find the values are and what's your feedback? I appreciate you. Could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend the last umpteen minutes with me here. It is appreciated. As always, I'd love for you to join the party. All you have to do to join our party is click like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and you're in our party, bro. That's it. Or gal, whatever it is. And as always, we love hearing from you. Just comment below. Let me know how you fared in this event. Where did you place? I'd love to know what you did. And what are your deck strategies? Did you do anything different that really helped you play well in this event? Comment below. Let me know what your key cards were. And as always, my friends, until our next adventures, swords up. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.